You're watching The Ugly Inside. Subscribe below.
Finally, the international break is over and we now look ahead to Saints' next big fixture in the Premier League, and it's a big one. We welcome, well I say welcome, we have to put it up with them, Liverpool to St Mary's on Saturday afternoon for an irregular 3 p.m. kickoff. And to help me look ahead to the big game, I'm joined by Chris from the Redmen TV. Thanks for joining me, mate. How you doing?
I'm good, thanks, mate. I'm looking forward to getting back to some proper football, to be honest with you.
Me too. The international break's a bore. Let's be honest.
Massively, mate. I am Scouse, not English, so it's all about Liverpool Football Club for me. I haven't watched the internationals, and I don't intend to. I get sucked in at the tournaments, but right now it's all about Liverpool. The form that we're in, I just want to see us play, and I just want to see us play every single week.
So yeah, let's get straight into the game then. So obviously the connections continue. We have to talk about this, of course. More Saints players made the exodus to Merseyside. This time, Sadio Mane. He's been tearing it up for you guys and has kind of been proving that he's 35 million transfer tag. So how has he been performing for you guys, and how about some others in particular this season?
Sadio's been amazing, to be honest with you. I think Liverpool fans were fairly excited when we signed him. I think there was a large portion of the Liverpool fan base that probably thought we'd overpaid again, to be honest. And another signing from Southampton, it's actually ridiculous how many players we've signed from you guys over the last couple of years. But Sadio's really added something a little bit different to our attack. Obviously you guys will know better than me. I've only seen him sort of 15 times now, but he played for you a lot, and you'll know better. He adds a dynamism and a pace and a directness that Liverpool were lacking last season especially, and for the last few years, and he's a bit of a different player than I expected that we were buying, to be honest with you. I didn't realise just how direct he is and just how he loves to pop up all along the front line and, really attack the open spaces that the likes of Roberto Firmino, for us especially, are creating with runs across the back line, maybe dragging a centre-back out. Sadio's straight in there, and with his pace, he can really cause problems. And, of course, he's our top goal scorer. He scored 6 goals for us in the Premier League this season, and that front three of Firmino, Coutinho and Sadio Mane, at the minute, they're just tearing it up.
Mane's the top scorer, but I've also noticed that the goals have been spread across a lot of your forwards at the moment, unlike us, where most of our guys have come from Austin, and we're sort of struggling to find goals at the moment. But you've been smashing the goals. You're the highest scoring team in the league. You sit pretty, which I hate to say, top of the table. But just how does the current crop compare to the season when you finished runners-up, when you're almost there?
The 13-14 season, look, we were incredible to watch then as well, and it's been a couple of years and a couple of bad seasons since then. But for me, we blitzkrieg teams in 13-14, and I think that in the first 20 minutes we were putting games to bed back then. I actually think we intentionally start a little bit slower. I think one of the things that we're working on under Jurgen Klopp at the minute is this, everyone's talking about it in the press, this high pressing game, and will Liverpool be able to continue this for an entire season, and will they run out of steam towards the end of it and maybe the middle part of the season? But our players that I've seen so far are fitter than every team that we've come up against, and I think that's down to, we signed a fitness coach from Bayern Munich in the summer, and he's really had a good pre-season with the lads, and it's incredible the amount of work and the amount of running that these fellas are doing. But I actually think that we're intentionally sort of starting slow and grinding into the game, and then by the time, I think everyone's expecting us to start really fast and sort of blitz them in the first 20 minutes, and I think by the time we hit the ground running, we're finding that the team's a little bit tired than they were, and I think it's working really well for us. And I think if you look at when we're scoring our goals, as I say, the first 20 minutes in 13-14 season, we were scoring loads of goals, but it's that second 20 minutes when we're getting into the game and we're finding our feet. And I think the first sort of 20 minutes, we're just testing out the other side, seeing how they're playing, how we're going to defend. If we do this, what are they going to do? If we do this, what are they going to do? And it's a little bit more of cat and mouse, a little bit more of a chess game in the early things. And then once we found the rhythm, we start realising how to attack. And Sadio Mane's played a couple of different roles in that. I think, in the last game that we played where we won 6-1, Sadio Mane played a lot further inside than the previous games. He's tended to hug the wings a little bit more, and it's really dependent. Watford played him a little bit differently, and we changed our game, and it's been great to watch.
You mentioned the high pressing game, and it's very reflective on the game that we had last time out at St Mary's, a classic game of two halves. You were 2-0 up at half time, raced to a 2-0 lead. Second half, I have to remind you, we won 3-2. What an amazing comeback. Obviously, Mane was the man of the match that day, and now he returns for the first time since leaving us. So, what are you expecting from the game on Saturday?
Well, we've had some tough games with Southampton. We've obviously had that huge victory in the League Cup. Listen, if you're going to mention that 3-2, I'm going to mention the League Cup victory, of course, where Origi scored a few goals, didn't he? But it's always been a tough game with Southampton, a well-drilled, well-coached football side. Going back to, was it before Koeman? Who was the manager before Koeman? Was it Adkins?
Pochettino. Adkins got us up to the Premier League, and then they gave him the boot because Adkins could take us there. Pochettino could take us there.
Of course, I completely forgot about Pochettino. But even going back to Adkins, I think, well-drilled side, Pochettino took you on to that next level, started playing that high-pressing game with Southampton, and Koeman sort of built on that. And I think you're a well-drilled side, and I think, I think you probably are lacking a little bit of firepower. And Charlie Austin's been a good signing. But as you said yourself, he's struggling for a bit of goals. But it's going to be a tough game, and it's not a given that Liverpool go out there and batter teams as maybe the press would have you believe. I think Southampton, if we do win, Southampton will make us work for it.
So let's wrap things up then. Give us your score prediction for Saturday's game, mate.
I'm going to go with 3-1 to Liverpool.
I don't like the sound of that, but let us know in the comments below what your predictions are. Don't forget to check out the guys over on the Redmen TV. Chris and Paul do an amazing job. Check them out in the description below, and also there'll be an end of screen click, so you can click over there as well. Chris, thanks for joining me, mate.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more.